Laredo PT.
2115.
Copy, thank you.
Yeah.
South Parkway.
2115.
Greetings. Well, we're back. It's Monday night, about 9:15, just in front of the Capitol. I thought that was such a beautiful shot. We'd start here tonight. Of course, the legislative session is over, but I'm sure there'll be another one here in the next month or so. Thank you for everybody that sent texts and friend requests. I'm sure I haven't got all the messages and the texts, but it's great to know that you enjoyed our first night out last Friday. You know, you can also let me know if the audio, if everything works good. We're at University Avenue, just by the Capitol. It's been a relatively slow night, although there were some shots fired at Selby and Avon earlier tonight. About an hour and a half ago, squads recovered some casings there, but no indication of victim. Earlier today, during the day, there was a gunshot wound victim that showed up at the hospital from out in Battle Creek. And so, you know, we're working on that case as well.
Straight 1, can you change ours to a PPV, please? Show us available.
Just remember that as we head, right now we're in the Central District of St. Paul. We're on St. Paul's Channel 2 is our primary. We are scanning the other 5 channels. Most of you probably, well, hopefully maybe you monitored some of the first broadcasts, but there's 6 different frequencies in Ramsey County used for primary dispatch. And St. Paul has 3, and then the suburbs have 3. There was a couple thefts from county parks earlier tonight. And I just want to remind everyone that that's a prevalent thing during the summer. And primarily what people are looking for when they do that are purses. And so a lot of these thieves will sit in the parking lot and just watch people park. And one of their primary MOs is if a woman gets out of a car without her purse, then they suspect that the purse is in the car, because most women carry their purse with them most places they go. And so they know if they get out, there's likely a purse under the seat or in the trunk. And so they're looking for credit cards, checks, wallets, anything else of value that they can find. So we did have a couple of those. Those usually start up early in the spring in all the county parks where there's large parking lots. Some places people can sit and observe people get out of their cars. And a lot of people leave their cars unlocked, but even the ones that lock their car, it's surprising how quick they can
3-2-23.
smash a window and get in.
Yeah,
Now we're into the Western District. When we crossed Western there, we went into the Western District. And so we're headed up here. We're westbound on University at Dale.
This is base 2119.
I'll try not to cover too much of the stuff we covered
You sent me
in the earlier ones.
and I'll give him a call.
But again, this is where I started my career, up here on University Avenue between Dale and Snelling. And a lot of great memories of working up here with my old partners, Pat Finnegan, Bob Luna, and then Mike Beeson before I was promoted. And then when I got promoted to sergeant, I ended up going over to the west side, and we haven't been over there yet, but
hanging out outside. If you want to remove Asia Males 30s, Fin 5-4, black shirt. 179 copy. 20.
So 179 just received a call on a disorderly conduct at 227 Fuller. Sounds like a family member is outside. They just want him removed. Those are tough calls sometimes because family wants help, but they don't want the person arrested. Of course, sometimes those, when you're trying to help the family, sometimes it turns into a confrontation. It's always domestic related issues. They're sometimes problematic. So we're gonna take a turn here. Put the light there, we'll take a turn and go back to 227 Fuller. Beautiful night out, nice and cool. Officers like it when it's under 80 because these bulletproof vests are no fun when it's over 80 degrees. Put all your body heat in there as well. Oh, that's a reminder, if you got a question, text me. 651-448-3810. I think that's the number. 651-448-3810. I can't see those texts while I'm driving, but I'll be glad to look them up. And oh, by the way, thank you for whoever sent me those Twinkies. I got a box of Twinkies sent to my office yesterday. And looking forward to having some of those later. Although I gotta admit, I ate half of them earlier today in the office. We did have, as you know, last night, we'll go drive by there last night. On Sunday night, we had a murder up on the 600 block of Charles and Edmond. Well, Charles in the alley between Charles and Edmond. Actually, the cross street was St. Albans, but it's St. Paul's 19th murder. Gotta say hi to the firefighters over there, sitting out in front of the fire station.
533.
Oh, feel free to share this video with your friends.
Clear west. Show me out 4th and Sibley.
I guess there is a limit of 4 hours a day for live
533, I
streaming.
have your clear badge. Go with
This
the
is what I've been told, but
Sir, I'll be on
try to do this a couple days a week.
Copy and thank you. 2123.
Every time I drive down here, I'm going to tell you a funny story. Well, it's certainly not a funny story, but a story about Joseph Turry. When I was a young patrolman, Joseph Turry lived over here off of Inglewood and Victoria, but he used to hang out down at the bars here. There used to be a bar called the Clover Club and others. And my partner Mike Beeson and I would run into him on a regular basis. Sometimes we get calls on him harassing women. And one time, one of his MOs was to go to the gas stations and get in line behind women and watch them write their checks. He would wait till they would get to the counter, and he would watch them write their checks, and then he'd get their address. Some people had their phone numbers on their checks back then too. And so Joe would then go to their house and try to connect with them and act like he knew them. His other MO was to slightly rear end a woman in her car and force them. By law, she was required to get out and give her information on where she lived. And then his final MO was to just go to restaurants and just sit there and try to hit on the waitresses. Well, we arrested him for one criminal sexual conduct, which he was convicted of, but he later was the one that kidnapped and killed Helen Edwards from West St. Paul. And I ended up testifying in that trial because he killed her with a similar buck knife to the one that we had taken off. off him at the time. But the closer to the story is he used to drive around in a station wagon, and all of his clothes were strangely neatly folded in the back of his station wagon. He pretty much lived out of his car. Joseph Turi. And he lived out of his car, and when Helen Edwards was found, I think it was Carlos Avery Park where her body was found. Not positive, it was some state park. Her clothes were neatly folded next to the grave that he had dug, or a shallow grave. But it just is a reminder that habits like that, sometimes you have to remember their MO and their habits, because we didn't really put two and two together. Obviously, that wasn't solved by us, but after we understood all the pieces, we realized. All right, gentlemen, that's probably the brother right there. We're down here by 277 Fuller now. Let's say hi to these people. How's it going tonight? Beautiful night? Nice and getting a little cooler finally, huh? A little cooler?
Yeah.
All right, have a good one.
All right.
So, people from the senior citizen home there, sitting out enjoying the air. So we're at 240 West. I don't see the squad here yet. At 227. We'll peek around the corner here. $47. How's it going?
That's right, too.
I see the squad here, but I also don't see anybody hanging
Can we
outside.
just get one more squad routine?
36 for first for coach is this?
361 was clear with you.
36 copy. Time when you
Well, we'll just hang here, right 227, right at the corner of Fuller and Marion. She just wants her brother removed.
12 Maryland Avenue. See color, but a male
Fuller-
on a
Fuller and
bicycle
Marion.
who's grabbing color in front of the building. He was Asian male wearing a
Just
black
gonna
hat.
turn
black
around
shirt,
and get a better angle on the
black
street.
what's on a Maryland color would like to see you in person. If you have a
Copy now.
at 2128.
There's no fight involved. It's just the female caller wants help having her brother removed. Sometimes I'm not even sure if we should get in the middle of these. But it is our job to keep the peace. That's why we do it. Come out the door. Did he leave? Okay, so your brother did leave, but he broke the window?
383.
Your brother left, but he broke the window? Yeah, come on, you come on down and tell me the story. We'll take a report. What's his name? How old is he? Okay, Sutao. All right. Well, the squad's going to be here any minute to take the report. I just wanted to make sure he wasn't still here bothering you.
Yeah, he ran off like 30 minutes ago.
Oh, he did. And did he have a car or was he
No,
walking?
he was walking
Walking? Which way did he go?
that way.
Okay, so he broke one window.
He broke this window. He threw something at me and my daughter.
Where does he live usually?
I don't know. I evicted him out like 4 days ago.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to put. Does he have? Is he on drugs?
Yeah.
Which kind?
Meth.
Meth.
Yep.
That is a problem, isn't it? It is-
That's the reason. One of the reasons